and see if the motors are able to and there you have it, guys. So this video, guys, will not be a tutorial. This will actually be a user request video on the Canon 200D and a variation of lenses. So previous video, I actually tried to balance the Canon 200D with my favorite lens, the 10-18mm F4 lens on the Zhiyun Crane-M2, but unfortunately this does not work. It is too heavy and not able to balance, and it's too big, so you cannot clear the pan axis. So the 18-55mm kit lens as well is almost the same size as the 10-18mm F4 lens, so this will not work as well. So a lot of you YouTubers, the Canon users, have actually requested for two extremely small lenses to be mounted on the Canon 200D on the Zhiyun Crane-M2. So I'm going to show you today whether or not these two lenses will work. So firstly, I've got the lightest lens I have in my ammunition of lenses, which is the Canon EFS 24mm prime lens. This is an F2.8, and you can see that I've got it balanced. And one issue, actually two issues, is that we're not able to balance the tilt axis and the roll axis at the bottom here. So because this setup, the Canon 200D, has this flashlight, the flash portion here with the horseshoe mount, which does not clear the pan axis. So that is an issue. So since I'm not able to balance the tilt axis, it's front heavy, cannot flip it to the side and balance the roll axis. So even with the lightest lens, guys, Canon uses 24mm EFS F2.8, the smallest and the lightest lens will not work on this Crane-M2. So if you are a Canon 200D user, or basically if you are a Canon user, DSLR user, the Zhiyun Crane-M2 is not recommended for you. You can check out other gimbals such as the Moza Aircross 2 or maybe the DJI Ronin SC, which I have done a lot of videos on the DJI Ronin SC with the Canon 200D. So you can check out my previous videos if you are considering a gimbal for your Canon 200D. So coming back to this Canon 200D with the EFS 24mm F2.8 lens, I've mounted it in a way whereby it will barely clear the pan axis right now. So I'm just gonna power it on anyway, and I haven't got my pan and my roll axis balanced, but I'm just gonna power it on and see if the motors are strong enough to go into vertigo mode. I mean, like I said, if you have the Canon 200D, don't consider this Crane-M2, but I'm just gonna show you guys anyway whether or not the motors are strong enough to take the weight of this setup. So I'm gonna power the Crane-M2 on, and I'm gonna switch to, you can see that it balances fine right now. I'm gonna switch to vertigo mode right now. You can see I'm in vertigo mode, and I'm just gonna do a 360 barrel roll and see if the motors are able to and there you have it, guys. So yep, that basically, before I even started the vertigo 360 barrel roll, you can see that, yep. So the other really requested lens is the Nifty 50, the 50mm F1.8 lens. This is the cheapest, so I guess a lot of you guys, Canon users, will have this in your ammunition of lenses. This lens is actually bigger than the EFS lens, so definitely if this lens cannot work, the 50mm F1.8 lens will not work as well. I actually did try it out before I tried this on, but I got the same results. When you go into vertigo mode, basically it cannot balance. It's too front heavy and the motors cannot take the weight. So that's all, guys. Just wanted to share, view, and answer you YouTuber requests on this Canon 200D with this 50mm f1.8 and the EFS 24mm f2.8. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notifications button. I will be coming up with more tutorials on the Crane-M2 and the DJI Ronin SC. The next video on the Crane-M2, I will be putting up what I think would be the perfect camera for the Crane-M2. I'm going to use my cheapest mirrorless camera, 4K mirrorless camera, the EM1. So stay tuned for that in the next couple of days. The EM1, I'm going to try out the kit lens and also a few variation of micro four thirds lenses on the Zhiyun Crane-M2. So thanks, guys, and peace.